Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again, and today is going to be our last video with Whitebeard before we move on to another leader tomorrow. Today's matchup, again, 2 days ago we did against Red, yesterday we did against Blue. Today we're going to go against mostly Yellow. So we're going to have one game against Enel, one game against Katakuri, and then we're going to finish it up with just a random game against Red Purple Luffy. So some pretty cool matchups. All three of those decks, you're probably going to see them in the metas on your locals or in tournaments. So it's good to understand how to navigate those matchups. So yeah, hope you enjoy the games coming up soon. If you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. Enjoy the games. In this match, we're going up against Enel. And this is going to be a bad matchup for us. Opponent chose to go second too. Okay, we got two searchers. That's not bad. Let's start with the Nami first. This is interesting. I'm gonna pick the Luffy. Even though I do think that letting them know that I have a Luffy in my hand is kind of not a good idea. But, I mean, they're never going to go down to 0 life anyways, right? So, it's going to be interesting. And we're going to have to just... Unfortunately... El Tor. Ugh, that's so good against us, right? Because now there's always going to be a 4K counter. That's so good. That's so good. I like it. Because I want to play this Izou, I don't think I can go ahead and afford to attack with the Nami. So I think I'm just going to go for an 8K. Either 2K counters, so you give me the life. No way you give me two 2K counters. Yeah, that's what I thought. And we go here. And I guess we'll pick the Marco. It's a good blocker. I guess the opponent's gonna have to have the 1000 bolt Maru to actually get through it. Yeah, actually, that's really good blocker. Because he can continue coming back. Opponent gets the That means that they don't attack here, right? So this means that they don't get to attack here. And they also, I guess they can still have the Holy, but even with the Holy, they don't get to attack into me. We can go 5, 7, and just keep one down, I guess. Sure. Let's go 5. We could also go Makino and go for another 5. But take them down to 1 life. It's a little bit early, but if they go down to 1 life now, it's just going to make it so they can go for... Like, they'll be able to have the Yamato, right? They'll be able to have the Yamato later. But I think I have to just go ahead and do it this way. If I had Newgate, maybe this would be better. We do have Ace next turn. They get Sanji. Okay, that's a little bit unfortunate. So we do have Ace next turn, I guess, that we can drop down and be able to kill their own whatever attacks into this. Opponent goes to 8. So still not ideal, I guess. No way that they, I mean, opponent should attack with here. There is a 6K, right? So there is a 6K already. So there is already a 6K here. So you just attack with it. Yeah. I guess we'll take it. I cannot take the next attack though, because I need to stay at least at 1 life. Because I'm not going to have any done open, right? I'm not going to have any done open here, so I'm going to go here. You have your Sanji, and you have your blocker, Roulette, and we don't have the Marco. So we don't have the Marco, so I can go, and the opponent also has access here to, okay, so I think I just go Ace. Go here and here. Attack the Shura for 2. This is at 3, so that's why I couldn't attack it with this, right? And then we go for 3 here, for 6 here. Attacking into their life doesn't matter because they can just heal back up, right? So we know that attacking into their life doesn't matter here, so we're just gonna let it go. Katakuri. They're just gonna kill this one. What if we actually save it? What if we actually save it and tell them to give me a blocker? I'm down for this. Enel. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I just take that. I'm gonna lose that life next turn anyways. What? Alright, so 1000 Boltamuru. Lets them rest my. So that lets them rest my Marco. So I think we only played one Marco, and if they play the 1000 Boltamuru, we're okay. I'm also down to play this Makino, to be honest. I think I'm down to go 5. I think I'm down to go 5. We know that the opponent has the thing, right? They're gonna take that one. We know that the opponent has the Eltor, right? They go for Thunderbolt on the Makino. That's cool. They trash the Holly, get the Thunderbolt. We can go Marco. Keep 2 down for Garpo and Radical Beam. That leaves me with 2 more done. And these 2 extra done that we have, I guess we can go 7. I think we just go 7s. I think we go 7. And if you want to give me Eltor for a 7 attack, that's okay. I just don't want them to be able to have the 2k counter. Yeah, so there you go. So they give me 2 cards here, and this is going to be an Eltor. I'm 100% positive. Or I guess they can just give me the blocker, right? They could just give me the blocker as well. That's fine. Let's go 7. They can just go for the blocker here. If we play, let's go Marco. Let's go Marco, and then we'll pass. This is forcing him to have the 1000 Boltamuru, right? Yamato doesn't kill Marco. Because I guess Yamato can kill the Izou and gives them 1 life. They're gonna go here instead, and I guess I'll just give you the 1k. I think I need to keep this ace. I think I need to keep this ace. So I think I'm gonna go like this and just give them the Marco. If I block here, I can trash my ace, and if the opponent wants to go all in, I think we go like this. You can have Yamato heal to 2 and get rid of my Izou. Yeah. Which makes 100% sense here. I kind of like threatening. I like threatening this Enel. I like threatening this Enel here, right? So this is at 4 now. So we can go 6, because if the opponent wants to save Enel, they have to trash a life. They're actually gonna okay, they're not. Right. I was gonna say they're actually gonna trash that life. That would have been crazy. Thunderbolt is a punish, right? Thunderbolt is a big punish. They still keep the goddamn blockers is the problem, right? And they still have that extra life. They can have another Yamato here, do the same thing again. We have all these guard points. We have this blocker, which is gonna die now because we don't have any actual cards. We have to save it. I need to have this big board. I need to have this big board, so I need to save this. Another Yamato? They have another Yamato, right? Yeah, son of a gun, man. Son of a gun! Okay. Radical Beam means that I can stay at 2. We opponent tapped out of Eltor, so I guess I'll just go 7, 7, 7. They can just take that life. But because I have 2-7 attacks, I want them to take that life and give me the blocker Sanji. Hopefully they don't get Thunderbolt, right? Yeah, we just go 7 one more time. Maybe I should have gone for 8. Because now the opponent can have a 2k and a 1k here. Forcing to have 2 2k counters. Yeah, I should have gone for 8. Because I don't need that extra down. Should have gone for 8. The opponent has 2 big 9k attacks. Let's say that the opponent has a Muru, right? That's 2. That gives them the 4k. That's why they want to target this first. If they go to 19, we can go to 10, 14, 17, 19 exactly. So I have to keep the blocker. If they have the Amuru, I'm always dying anyways. If they have the 1000 Bolt Amuru, I'm always dying anyways, because they can just put it all on the Yamato. So, I'm just gonna give you the Radical Beam. Yeah, if you have the way to rest this Marco, you just win the game anyways. Because they can just go Amuru here, or Thunderbolt here, and just push all this damage, right? Yeah, I mean, if you have it, you have it. I'm not gonna play around it. Again, I'm not gonna play around it. Okay. You're not attacking with your Sanji. And I still have this blocker. So you go Enel. You attack with Enel. I can force them to attack with that Sanji. There's no way that they're attacking with that Sanji, right? Right? If they do, I just still win, right? Okay, they're gonna go for it. Beautiful. If I counter out of that other attack, the opponent will have been able to just do their thing. So, alright, so the opponent has... We can go 5, 7, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 8. I want to get an attack with this Izou. Honestly, let's go 6. Let's go 6, just forcing to have straight up 2Ks. That's fine. You have another blocker? That's the only way that you get safe now? They could have another blocker here. Yeah, I mean, they could have another blocker here. And they don't have it? So, I mean, I guess I should have done 7 7s, actually. I messed up. I just got lucky that the opponent didn't hit the trigger. But I should have done 7 7s here, now that I think about it. Forcing to give me 2 cards, right? So, or either that or we attack with the ace first. The reason I wanted to attack with this guys first is to play around a Thunderbolt. So we should have done 7 7. Because the opponent was able to get value from those 2 2Ks, right? Like, if it was a beige or a blocker, we would have just lost. I just threw there at the end. I literally had Guarantee Lethal and I threw it. But we still got it, so I guess I didn't throw, so GG's. In this match, we're going against Katakuri, and they obviously chose to go second. I'm going to keep this hand. I think it's a good enough hand to keep here. I guess we'll get the ace. I almost thought that I whiffed there. And we get a second ace. We did see a lot of... We saw a lot of our searchers just going bye-bye, right? Yeah, we just go like this. We go for 5. We go for 6. Forcing to start taking life. Can I go aggressive? Okay. If any of these are Brulette, then he gets punished by the Marco. Okay, it's just the Cracker. They give me another 2K. So they gave me 2 2Ks there. They gave me two 2Ks there. You're gonna kill this Izou very easily, right? I think I just developed this Marco, by the way. Like, I actually think I just developed this Marco. Yeah, you go here. Do we take this one? Honestly, we take it. I think I'll take it. And yeah, we'll go here. I do like just developing this Marco. I guess the opponent could have Brûlé. Like, maybe I do want to have this Luffy. So, the opponent has 6 down next turn. If I play here, I'm going to have to commit a lot of down to save this Luffy. But if they attack into the Luffy, then that sets me up for the ace later. I guess let's go here first. Maybe we don't attack into their life. Maybe we force two more 2K counters to get rid of the Cracker. That's another one. And then we just go like this. You're gonna give me another 2K counter? Okay, that's all 4 Satoris, right? So even though the opponent now can just try to kill this Luffy, they're gonna have to put down every time. Oh, they're Maru, alright. So they go to 8 here. 7. 8. So can we save this? 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1, right? And now we go ace, I guess. So the problem here is that the opponent still kind of just gets so much value, right? I can go ace, but the opponent still has... Opponent's about to start dropping their 10 costs, but the 10 costs don't do anything to us, right? So we can go like this. We'll go here. We'll go there. And we'll go 7 into the Katakuri. You get a card. We tapped out of a lot of answers. They get the pudding. Pudding doesn't do anything. You take the 7. You have no triggers. We're chilling. We have another ace. The opponent wants to get rid of this guy, right? They have to try to get rid of this Luffy. Absolutely, right? Like this. You're gonna go after ace instead. Okay. All right. So, we go Luffy. At this point, the opponent has given me so many 2K counters that I'm down to go for 6. But let me count my down first. So if we go 6, we can play Sanji for another 6. And that leaves me 3 down. So actually, I guess we'll go 7 because we only have 1 Radical Beam. But I have to hope that I get something else here, right? Let's go 6 here. I'm a little bit scared of the opponent getting multiple attackers. Let's go 6 here. Okay. So this allows me to play the Sanji. And because the opponent has this 5K, we can go like this. And I guess we'll go 6K. I have to hope that there is another event. I think I have to go like this. Go for 7. And just make the opponent think that I have another event. I don't think I can go down to just 1 down. And we get the Radical Beam anyways, right? So we get the Radical Beam anyways. Opponent cannot play a 7-drop. I guess they could play Katakuri here. That's why I wanted to just keep 2 down open, right? I could have gone 7-7, but they could play Big Mom, but again, the Big Mom is just giving them a life, and then that means that they cannot attack anywhere. So the 10-drop is a dead card now, in this turn at least. I guess that works. Yeah, so I guess that works, and I guess we'll go here, and go like... I probably want to keep the Marco, just in case. Force the opponent to actually have that 1000-volt Amuru. So, let's say that the opponent has the 1000-volt Amuru, right? One of those, I think one of these is probably a beige. think I'm gonna go 7 here. Opponent's gonna have to counter out or block this. I'm sure that that's a beige. Okay, so they counter out of that one. I'm thinking I'm actually gonna go double. Wait, what? So we just win the game then, right? We just win the video game? Opponent? You know Luffy gets through blockers, right? I guess they were playing for a trigger there. Yeah, they were playing for a trigger, I guess. To get rid of the Luffy. Yeah, the 7 cost is useless because we can just choose to take our own life. They don't even have the Amuru, right? But my thought process is that I attack for 7 here, forcing the block, right? Because we know that the opponent will have to give me 2 cards to be able to block that, and they gave me 2 cards here to block the Sanji 7k. We attack for 7, forcing the block. If the opponent knew that this was like a thousand bolt, a thunderbolt, I guess they could have just killed the Luffy and not block. But then we go double Marco, and then just hope that the opponent didn't have 2000 bolt at Amuro, so that we have the Marcos to block with. So yeah, GG's. In this match, we're going against Luffy. Okay, so 6k leader versus 6k leader. I'm gonna keep this hand. I like the ace, and okay, well, we got double Izou, so that makes it even better. Let's grab this Marco. Just to have a way to kind of keep ourselves safe. What if we just go Newgate back to back? Yeah, let's just go Newgate back to back, to be honest. I don't mind that. Because I think this Newgate is just going to put a lot of pressure into the opponent. So it's just going to be like really, really good against them. Like you can attack me for 8 here. And I see why the opponent's attacking me for 8. Because it's going to force me to take life, right? I think we attack them for 9. And just keep enough for a guard point. We need to keep ourselves healthy. Yeah, we need to keep ourselves healthy so that we can play Newgate once we get down to... so that we can keep the life, right, before we get the Newgate. We lost the Radical Beam and a Marco. The opponent can attack for 7, but they're going to attack for 6 instead. Which is still going to eat up a 2k counter for me, unfortunately. We get to play our Marco here, so I guess we'll just attack for 7. So we'll attack for 7 and play the second Marco. Have the opponent counter out here. Radical Beam? That's a big Radical Beam. And then we just go like this. Yeah, I mean, we know what we're going for, right? We're going for the Newgate. I'm going to have to just block. Opponent's desperate, right? Opponent has to desperately attack. So we give them the 2k. And then we give a guard point. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to give another 2k, right? Like opponent's trying to play around it. I didn't want to block. We can just go ace here. Right? And then we can just go 2. Makes the Izous better. We still have guard point. We still have Jozu. I guess we'll go 6, 7. Force cards out of their hands. The opponent can ramp up pretty quickly here. Another 2k. Gatlin. With the Diablo Jambe. Okay. So, yeah, we have the blocker. We don't want to take this life, right? Opponent goes for 8. So then we give them the guard point. Go for 9. And we play our own Newgate. And we attack for 8 into them. Opponent takes the life. We press OK. We keep our life. We have an 8k leader. Opponent's at 6k. We can play a second Newgate if we want to. And still have that guard point available. if we... Okay, so the opponent has the Luffy. If they have the Luffy, don't they just lose here? I think I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna keep this guard point. So they're gonna play the 10-cost Luffy. And they're gonna have 5 cards, but we're gonna have a big Newgate and a bunch of attackers. If they play the 10-cost Luffy, I think we have to just take the damage, right? Like, I think the 10-cost Luffy actually loses the game. I mean, you're gonna have a 6k leader, and we're gonna have to... Okay, it's just gonna be Queen. All right, it's not gonna be the Luffy, I guess. It's gonna be Queen. Double Queen. Okay, so I think we just do the same thing. I think we just go... We still threaten. Opponent gets to ramp up by 1. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think I just like this. I think I just like going to we'll go here. I can force the blocks, right? I guess I should just force the blocks. Because I don't think this really matters. So I think we just go here, attack, and just force him to have to block. They can take this life. It's gonna be rough. I guess they could keep their queens, but the queen's gonna require a lot of down commitment. Yeah, you needed more. You needed more than that, so then you still block. You still have to block, lose 1 queen. So they have the 1k, but they choose to take the life. So we have 1 life, we have 1 blocker, right? So at this point, I don't mind taking this last life. The biggest problem is going to be the 10 drop, because the opponent will be able to... Okay, well, they can't play the 10 drop anymore, right? So they cannot play the 10 drop anymore. We cannot go down to 0 life because the opponent could have Diablo Jambe. And Diablo Jambe has to be on a Straw Hat character. So I guess we just go here. So I'm worried about Diablo Jambe, right? So I want to be able to block. So we just go guard point. And we can block one of the attacks and take the other one. Yeah, we go like this. Not use the card action, and opponent just left. Opponent just left because I ended up playing it correctly, and they expected me to not block there and get greedy and lose to the Diablo Jambe, which I didn't. So GG's. Hey, welcome back, everyone. Hope you enjoyed those games of Whitebeard. I almost threw against an Enel player. I don't know what I was thinking. Why didn't I just start attacking for 7? Sometimes I overthink it too much. It was an easy 7k, and just force him to have this 2k and force him to give me 2 cards every time. But again, I'm just not thinking, and I just got lucky that I didn't have the trigger. The other 2 matchups went a little bit better. I played it how I was supposed to play them, but that Enel match is still gonna haunt me. I'm so dumb, but it is what it is. Even I make misplays, and I make misplays all the time. You guys see that I make misplays all the time, but hey, that's why we're here, learning, practicing, doing all of this together. But hope you all enjoyed those games and you enjoyed the showcase of Whitebeard over the past 3 days. If you like today's video, make sure to like it below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. I hope you enjoy your day, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.